Hello everyone, and welcome on back to First Light. In last episode we constructed this little banner making house you can see behind me with all of those fun colours, and we added a little automatic 2-tall flower farm expansion to the greenhouse just over the hill past storage. I was thinking for today's episode we could do a big church build. Well, big in terms of how big my builds usually are, and we're going to be expanding the cemetery out by the nether tower to make room for it. But first off, we just have some final things to do over there at the banner makers. Mostly, we put a sign on it calling it Balthazar's Banner Making, and there's no villager there yet. So I was thinking we head over to Susie and Joan's place and go down into the basement to pick up a villager. Alright, here we are heading into Susie and Joan's, and let's pop straight down into the basement with its still unfinished staircase and say hello to Clarence, my trusted business partner. Hello Clarence, how have you been? Doing well? Enjoying life down here? Yes, I couldn't agree more. Let's head on down. Now, the main thing here is we have to remember to take out the door because they won't actually be able to bump up through there if we leave the door on. And then we can come down here and process a villager or two through and see how many survivors there are. Alright, moment of truth. What do you think of this guy, Clarence? Oh, wait, I can't get in the way. He's got to have some alone time with him. Yep. And Clarence. Not that one either, Clarence. Currently we're at 100% losses. Shame on you and your spruce stare. The nerve. Alright, next up. Come on, this is the one. Yes! Is that a... Oh, it is perfect! Brilliant! Thank you, Clarence. Great teamwork. Let's break the block, steal a rail, place a rail, bonk. Wonderful, beautiful, incredible work. Thank you, Clarence. I'll see you next time. Night has fallen, so I think it's time we get this show on the road and get our villager out into town. Oh gosh, alright, this is always the intense part. Come along, over here. Let's go this way. It's gonna be really fun. Do you like the decor? Yes, wonderful. Glad to hear it. Come along. Let's head over to your new home. Aren't you excited? I'm certainly excited. Alright, we are nearly there. Just getting to the side gate now. Come on through, come on through. Ow, ow. No, wait, let me... Awesome, thank you. Alrighty, here we are. What do you think? Don't you love it? I just love it. I'm so excited. Oh, where am I? I'm on the docks. Not the place, not the place. Come along, come along. Alright, and then we are gonna get you in here to your new home. Very exciting stuff. In through here is the way to go. Great stuff. And then just over here, if you wouldn't mind. Wonderful. Is he... Alright, he's... Okay, so Balthazar and Shazam. Alright everyone, here he is. I would love for you all to meet Balthazar, my brand new banner making master, legend of the local areas. And I was thinking I brought over some money and I'm just going to make a big dent in getting him leveled up. Wonderful. Green beds! You know I love green. That is wonderful. Wait, that's perfect. I'm going to use so many of these over at the guild. Alrighty, what do you have to offer next, Balt? Ooh, he buys blue dye and green banners. A true man of the town. Oh my god, that's actually perfect. I love the green. This is brilliant. That's incredible. Alright, alright. Last but not least, paintings. Just the paintings. I think it's always the paintings for these guys, actually. I'll buy a few. There we go. Very nice. Alright, and he's now fully leveled. Brilliant. Easy peasy, done and dusted. Let's head off. I'm going to gather up some materials and we can go straight into building that church. Alright everyone, here we are, and I have just laid out this little plan for today's build. I'm going to work this little path around a bit more to make it a clearer pathway to head out here, but this is where I am thinking of putting our church. Now, I do want to do a pretty tall roof for this, so I hope it doesn't clash too much with our hot air balloon up there. There's the shadow of it on the ground over there, but I'm hoping it'll work out alright. And I'm thinking we could start putting in some of the build framework here. So I want to take this up by 3, stair on top, over 1, up, across, up. And is this the middle? This is. So then this one, just like this. This is exactly the shape I think, oh, not the ankles. This is exactly the shape I am thinking for this front face. So it's not going to be the biggest of builds internally or in body, but I think we're going to have a pretty extravagant fun roof on this one. So it's going to stand out quite a bit from everything we have so far, but I really love that. I love adding something at least a little bit individual to every build. Makes everything so much more interesting to construct as well. Alright, updating you on the framework before I fill this all in. This is what I've got here. Which I do love to always just build up my frame first, because I'm never 100% sure about the size and shape and placement of a build, which is something I'm quite nitpicky about in town. Even with this one here, I built the framework, looked at the tower, thought about it a little more and decided I could lower it by 1 block, and it's really simple and easy to do stuff like that when you're still in this framework stage. So I thought I would just share that with you. I like to construct, get the shape in, and then I'm able to take a step back, think about the height, how it will play into everything around it. And another big factor of why I decided to lower that tower segment by 1 is because I stepped back here and I just felt like it was too tall in comparison to the nether tower. And I didn't want it to take away from it too much. I think it's still going to be drawing some attention, but because it's a bit hidden behind the orchard from here, the nether tower will still feel like a centerpiece, which is exactly what I'm hoping for. And we do just have this glorious little tower as well for our church build. I think this is going to be super duper cute. Alright, I'm going to get straight into blocking everything out, and then I will let you know before we get started on the texturing. Check this structure out right here. I have been blocking it all in, and I think this is coming out so well. I'm so excited to start texturing and everything. We've brought in a few little details here. We've done all the way along the top this little alternation of the blocks and the walls going up and down to create this little spike pattern. And then over here as well, we did a little bit of stone detailing to emphasize this upper bit of the tower. We've got this little kind of almost star-like pattern of the stairs and the slabs in that central piece that I've just accented with these spruce trapdoors that I think is super duper cute. And as well as that, hang on, I'll point to it easier like this, I added in this little stair, slab, stair with a wall and another slab there into this arch of the roof, just to bring it down a little and make it feel less like a big open point. I wanted to close it in a bit more, and it ties in really well with that lower accent, I'm thinking. I think it's turning out so well. This is looking super duper cute, and I'm so excited to get into texturing this. But last of all, on this little basic block stage, I thought I would bring you in and we can get the front door in. I'm thinking something just like this, and then we can bring up our trapdoors, and then let me just put one on top as well. There we are. Wait, did I? Oh no, I think I'll bring them in up here too. Oh, okay, that'll do, that'll work. Right, there we go. I'm not sure what I'm doing with this interior yet, like at all. It's currently a horrifying mess. I don't think I'm keeping the oak. It was just the easiest block I had on me to fill in that space with because I didn't actually bring any dirt out. But I think on the exterior, this is coming along really, really nicely. Oh, that spruce section right there in the arch makes this look so nice. And I'm going to bring in a little bit of spruce fence action in some of these windows as well. I'm thinking maybe stained glass. Oh, yeah. Oh, it made a little baby chicken. Hello there. Adorable. Anyway. Right here, I think this build is coming along super duper cute. And one other little detail that I've brought in this stage is I'm thinking of doing a little cross stained glass window on this back segment. I think this is coming out so cute. I'm so excited about this build, but I have been thinking about the texturing and I almost think it's time for a brief adventure intermission because I do really love excuses to use new blocks in my builds, and usually I would text drop a cobblestone face with some andesite, but I am thinking about bringing in some dead brain coral blocks, which I don't actually have any of. I think maybe I've bought like 15 pieces of brain coral from a wandering trader once, but I am going to be needing more than 15 pieces, so I think I should hop in a boat and we should head out to a coral reef and harvest some brain coral so we can really take this build to the next level. Okay, so I've been doing some preparing, and by that I mean I have just cleared out my inventory. I grabbed a bed, I grabbed an empty shulker, and I am basically ready to go. I just thought I should stop by the guild and double check on our map. Alrighty, yeah, this is looking pretty good. So all up to the north is our ocean, and I think from memory, if we just head a bit further north than where this ocean is and a little bit to the east, we should find ourselves at a coral reef where we can gather all the necessary pieces for this little expedition. So let's get on up there. Let's do a little look over the town. It's coming together slowly but surely. Oh, a little bit of a realms freak out with flying. Does that on occasion. I'm so excited once all the cemetery expansion is in too, and it really feels all done up. This is gonna be so nice. This like area out by the orchard has been begging for builds around it for so long, and I'm so excited to finally be doing it. Alright, anyway. Time to actually get out there and pick up these blocks for the texturing, and I will see you guys there. We have arrived at a promising location. We're starting to get a little bit of coral showing up in the ocean behind me, so I think it is time to start carefully selecting and digging up some of this brain coral. I should have brought buckets for the fish. Oh, those ones are super cute. I haven't seen so many of the tropical fish variants. All I do is hang out in town, work on that place. I never leave. This is so exciting. I love getting to come out and grab some new blocks that I genuinely just do not have in this world. This is awesome. I'm so excited to see how they turn out in the build. Anyway, I'm gonna continue gathering up a bunch of dead brain coral, and then I will probably see you back over at the church. Alright everyone, it has been quite a number of hours since you last heard from me, because this build went from, oh yeah, let me build a little church, to let me do far too much path work and detailing. I have been working on this for far too long, but I am just in love with how it came out. Are you ready? Oh, hello there. Alright, here it is. This is our little church build, and the cemetery expansion has all been done as well. I think it has come out so good. I love all of the details. I think it's so pretty in the shaders as well, but it just feels so interesting to look at. There's so much going on, but it still has a really clear defined shape, a lot of lovely colors. We even tied in the colors of the flowers in our flower pots with all the blue in our stained glass windows. Oh, and this is our cat, by the way. We found a little cat while we were building the place, so I've put him out here next to our pastor's house. Let me know in the comments down below if you have any name ideas for this little ginger guy. I think he's just adorable. Hello there. Oh, cute. And just in here is our little interior for the pastor's house. We've just got a little pot of these blue flowers, 2 beds. They've got a little smoker to cook up some food if they need to. Nothing too fancy going on in there. I will just show you as well, we did a heap of path work. I connected up all of these paths because the old cemetery wall was along like here. It ended here. I had to, Esmeralda's grave was here. I moved it just over here. Rest in peace, Esmeralda. I miss you. And we've done a bunch more path work as well all the way through here. So we have this wonderful central path that heads straight up to this church. I just love it. I think it's come out so well. I'm so proud of this one. And I brought the path all the way around as well. I built up bushes, berries, grass, a little bit of stone as well, all along this lower foundation, and this path circles all the way around. I brought the path out this way, which will extend into the Valley of Gold whenever I get around to doing that project. And just over here as well, I really love this little path in through here. It's so cool to go around past the church and in between these 2 builds. And this comes out back here to this tiny little docks area where I just did this little rickety diagonal dock and a little boat rack here as well, which I think is so cute, which I've got a spare one in here as well. But then it would be somewhere perfect for just coming way out down here and going on a boating trip out into the marshes, collecting vines and such. And I did a bunch of just wall work, bush work, flowers. I really love how this little stained glass window in the back came out. We went from dark blue to light grey to white, a little bit of a gradient, and I think it is so cute. And just over and around here as well, we extended this other path out for further expeditions into the marsh if I ever want to expand out that way and add builds all out in that area. I think that could be so fun as well, so I've left a bunch of spots open for further expansion. And of course, the main event is the church itself, which I just love it. And in through here, this is what I have thrown together for the interior. It's not the busiest thing in the world. I think it's still my style, but I would love to possibly come back through here sometime when I've figured out how I want to do it and add a bit more detail. But I do really like what we have thus far. I've got these 2 little armor stands. I went over to Clink and Clanks and bought some chainmail so that I could decorate them with that. We've got these little benches, some sea pickles, and a flower next to these windows. And I've got this little roof up in the tower. I decided to just not have a way up there for now. I can fly up there if I need to. But I wasn't sure how I was going to incorporate a ladder or staircase to get up there, so I just left it bare like this for now. And if I do come back and add something to it, sure, but I think this is perfectly fine. And then through here as well, we just have a bunch of these little pews, and then the main altar, of course, with a lectern on top where you're able to give your speeches to the people and all of that fun stuff as well. Little bit of flower action in some item frames, and I just think this has come out so well. It's such a cute build, and I am so proud of this one. I haven't built anything quite like it, and I really think it has turned out so lovely. Alright everyone, I think we are about out of time for today's episode, but I really hope you love what we constructed today as much as I do. I think this is such a wonderful addition to First Light, and I am so excited for further expansion. So thank you so much for staying all the way to the end. If you haven't already, don't forget to hit the like, subscribe, head on down to the comments. Let me know what your favorite thing is about this new build. Let me know if there's anything you would love to see up next here in First Light. And a little announcement, I have actually started a Discord for us as well. I'll have it down there in a pinned comment in case you're interested in joining. You might get some sneak peeks of upcoming things here in the town, and you'll be able to have a chat with all of us, share your own builds. So if you haven't already, don't forget to check that one out as well. And thank you so much for coming along. I will see you in the next one. Bye bye.